allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to mention Pam Clark, for you that passed away recently, and you people know what Pam did for the city of Sunbury. She was always big in Stropness and a lot of things. So please keep her family in your prayers. Thank you. Roll call.
Singh.
Here.
Shipman. Reichner.
Here.
Henry. Eister.
Any audience comment on any specific things on the agenda? Final public hearing. Jamie?
Thank you. If you would recess your meeting, call order the public hearing, please.
We will do that. The council meeting will be, yeah. Put that off and start the final public hearing. Hey.
All right, thank you. This evening, we're going to have the final public hearing for the city's 2015 Community Development Block Grant Program. There were agendas up front here for you. We estimated that the city was going to get $300,000. They did not get $300,000. I do not have the exact number with me for some reason. But the project to be funded will be Chestnut Street reconstruction, and 82% of your funding will go to that, with 18% going to administration. That was what was selected. This evening, during the regular meeting, we will ask council to take action on the resolution to apply for the 2015 funds. The resolution, again, was attached to the agenda, and it basically authorizes the submission of the application to DCED for the 2015 CDBG grant, and that the mayor has the authority to sign all of those documents associated with that grant, and that CDCOG is authorized to prepare the application on behalf of the city. Are there any comments on the city's 2015 CDBG program? Okay, hearing none, that is all we have to do for the CDBG public hearing, and you can bring your meeting back to order and take action to approve the resolution to apply.
Thank you very much. We are back in city council meeting. We need, does everybody have a chance to see the resolution? Approve a resolution to apply for the 2015 CDBG funds. Any motion? Second?
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry. Eister. Singh.
Yes.
Shipman.
And I did leave 2 copies of the resolution there, so when they're signed and sealed, you just let me know. I'll be here Thursday, probably with the Chestnut meeting, so I can always just get them then. The second thing on the agenda, or the third thing for the CDBG program, is I prepared a request for proposals for engineering services for the demolition of 714 North 7th Street. This is going to be done with your CDBG funds. It's a property the city has already acquired. And this evening, I just needed your approval to solicit proposals for engineering for that project.
I'll make that formal motion. Any second?
Henry. Eister. Singh.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
And then the only other thing that's not on the agenda, it's not really something that needs action, but Mr. Burgess has returned all of his agreements and certifications and insurance and bonding checks that were needed for the demolition of 1062 Miller Street. I reviewed them, they look fine from my standpoint. So tomorrow I will call him and let him know everything's in order. There are 2 copies of the notice to proceed there for the mayor to sign. I will also let him know that they are here at the city. He can stop in and sign them, and then he can get started. The only thing I need is a picture of the site with the DCED sign, which he says he still has from the last job he did before he starts tearing into it, or while he's tearing into it. Either way, as long as there's a picture of the site with the sign on it.
He knows he needs it?
Yes, he is aware of that. So again, there's 2 copies of that notice to proceed there, and I'll call Mr. Burgess tomorrow and let him know he can go ahead and stop in and sign those and get started. He can take one with him when he signs it. We'll keep the other one.
Jamie, if I could make a request, can you ask Mr. Burgess to get a hold of me before he starts with that sign, so I can get a picture of it, put it in our file with the redevelopment, please?
Okay? No problem.
Well, we can get a picture on the site, right?
Yeah, but it's better to see it with the house before it's.
Yeah, that's what I'd like. I mean, before he starts, I'd like
We
someone
have
to
to
take a
take a
photo.
picture of it, it has to be in front of the property when we're
Right.
doing this.
That's
It's like
what-
10th Street and.
Yep. Any other
Okay.
questions?
Before we leave the floor, the public meeting that we had last time, didn't seem as though we were allowed to ask questions about how money was allocated. And so when is that opportunity to ask questions?
Well, during the public hearing is when you want to do that. So that's, the public hearing is for citizen participation. The last time I was here was project selection.
Well, if the money went from the Americas ladder truck,
Oh, that hearing. Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I misunderstood what you're talking about. I was thinking about this year. Yes, it is really up to council how they want to entertain those questions. So while I'm here, if council and their solicitor are all right with it, I will answer whatever questions. Really, I will go to them how they want to entertain
so
questions.
don't you have any guidelines from the city hubs?
No, it's simply we have to give time for citizen participation. So that is.
How many meetings do we have? 2 or 3?
For that, that's a budget revision, so, or budget modification.
But
So that
on
was,
all these block grant, like the 15, how many do we have total?
we have 3 total meetings. We have first public hearing, a project selection meeting, and a final. And budget
So there was 3
modification, we
different
have-
times, so anybody could talk to the meeting, had the public meetings.
Right, but it didn't come out until that actual meeting that the money was going from the Americas ladder truck to the Chestnut Street project.
That
And
was
it was
specific.
like a done deal.
That was specific for a budget modification to move that money out of the rescue since they weren't ready to purchase.
Right.
So that was one specific meeting for that purpose.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anything offhand for redevelopment authority?
We have a court hearing coming up on the property located at 116 South 4th Street. And with that property, JP Morgan Chase Bank is the current owner. And the bridge keep falling off. We try to explain to the judge they're multi-million-dollar bank and they should fix the bridge. But if we're successful in the hearing, then we develop authority.
And we'll have to do something for this. Okay. New business, child abuse clearance resolution. You have in your pack, and all this is a resolution we can send to the state telling them we're addressing. And this is concerning the PA Act 153, which is the volunteer background checks. And all this says that all city employees will have state mandated background checks if they have direct and routine contact with children. All background checks will be verified by the Human Resources Department within the city, so that'll take care of the employees. All volunteers with direct and routine contact with children will also have background checks. All background checks will be verified and maintained by the Park and Recreation Commission. They're the ones that deal with all the coaches and that type of stuff, so we're gonna figure out, and that doesn't go into effect, I believe, until June of next year, but we'll take care of that ASAP with the first Wednesday of the month, the recreation meetings. So we'll take care of that and I'm sure, and then we have, pretty much everybody's covered, who's in charge of covering everybody that's involved. So I ask for a motion to accept this resolution. In a second?
Ister. Persing.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry.
Approve America's Host Company outdoor event.
Yes, Americas has requested an outdoor event on August 29th. They're having a outdoor event, of course. I'm sure what to do. Is it something special, Brad?
No, it's just,
Block party with
no, they're just having they have a memory lanes playing, we just had a free night, you know, wanted to come play, so we're just opening it up to the public, it's free, no cost.
Is there any questions? If not, make that formal motion.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Persing.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Ister.
Yes.
Open container
Also,
resolution.
yes, the grantor be serving alcohol, we need an open container resolution at the same time, August 29th. Any questions?
Need a motion? Is that a motion? Need a second?
That's it.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Ister. Persing.
Yes. Road closure Halloween parade, Light Fest Parade, Gail?
Yes, October 15th for the Halloween parade, and Life Fest for November 7th. Market Street down to
Need a second?
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Ister? Persing?
Yes.
Shipman?
Yes.
Approval to pay invoices. John?
$80,119.58 in general fund expenses and $5,521.96 in liquid fuel expenses. Make a motion to pay our bills.
Henry?
Yes.
Ister? Persing?
Yes.
Shipman?
Yes.
Reichner?
Yes.
Sunbury Fire Police is on discussion. Bruce here. Tell you what, just bear with me one second. Let's just get through I got two little ones here first. Will you bear with me, please? John, how about streetway finding signs?
All right, the city has been working on a little project I'd like to introduce to the public tonight. These will be signs that we will be having made that will point people to the right locations as they come through town, whether it's the hospital or the Dagan Library or the Chickalee Stadium or the recreation complex, so that people moving through town can locate those more quickly and efficiently. The council is sort of back the issue. Just want to make the citizens of Sunbury aware. I'll leave this up here afterwards if you'd like to come look at it. And hopefully within a few months we'll begin installing them around the city.
I just noticed the web page isn't on there. I have that on there somewhere.
Okay?
Mike or Rick, I don't know, zoning ordinance changes?
Gentlemen, in your packet, you're going to find 5 ordinances that we're looking to do some revisions on. One will be in junkyards. This day and age, we're finding more and more people within the city doing scrapping and really creating a nuisance in neighborhoods. We're going to try and control that. Unfortunately, we don't have anything at this point. We're looking to add some things to control a little bit better. The next 2 are mobile homes and mobile home parks. We do have some ordinances on that, although the language is kind of weak. We added some language to strengthen it a little bit. Also, then we have towers. Unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, we have a tower coming to the city. Unfortunately, we had no restrictions or anything for them. Put some language into place to try to make it more easier for the city to control. The other one is parking lots and the screening and landscape around those. Pretty much just added some shrubbery and fencing, especially with Chester Street now. You know, there's so many areas within the city that's getting beautified. We want to do our part to try to keep those neighborhoods looking beautified. So just please look over them. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to call me or Terry. We'll do our best to answer any questions. If you want to add something, that'd be great. You know, I think next month we're going to look at possibly bringing it to council as an official request. I'm going to set out to plan our Sunbury Planning Commission tomorrow. Big email, so the Planning Commission has them, and so they can review them. After a meeting in September, they can discuss. And there's some advertising stuff that needs to be done with that. I'm sure Mr. Applebaum can enlighten us on that.
I'll give you the quick rundown. This involves some zoning changes within the city code, so there's special advertising review. The advertising, once that's completed, once the planning commission stuff is completed, and the county planning commission gets their notice, then you can properly adopt these changes. Since they involve zoning, there will be special rules that apply to notices, including the advertisement.
Mike, I got a question. In your tower, in accordance with towers, so lay down radius in it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a height restriction and ground clearance. Yes.
Mike, in the packet, is it regarding the size of rooms, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom? When we discussed about using the federal guidelines or adjusting?
Yeah, Mr. Racer, no, it's not. I apologize, you did ask me about that. With working on these other 5, that sort of slipped my mind, but I'll make a note and make sure that that's good to that.
Michael, I'm aware that we do have mobile homes in town. Do we have a mobile home park in town?
We do not.
Okay.
What
But
constitutes
our
a
intent
mobile
to
home park?
try to create these?
Two or more trailers.
What then we do, up at Fifth and,
But, yeah, you're right.
Fifth
They've been
and
there for
Texas,
so long.
Fifth and Lincoln, whatever it is, we
Yeah.
park up there.
The way our ordinance currently reads, the mobile home park would be distinguished as 2 or more trailer,
Okay, so
or pre-manufactured homes is what they're called.
That's the only one we have in town.
Yes, yes, sir.
With this tower that's coming to town, were citizens sent letters in that particular area that the tower was coming?
I don't believe so, but again, we don't have any ordinances to do anything about it,
It
that's why
wasn't
we're
on
addressing it.
Public property, it's on private property.
Well, I would think that most times a tower is on private property regardless of where it's erected. And I just seen in the paper that there's a big to-do about a tower going in, it was Monroe?
That's on
And
public-
letters were sent to the citizens that were within that area.
I think that was on public property.
It's actually at the state hospital grounds up in Danville.
No, there's one in Silsville that's going on public property.
Oh,
There's an adjacent development to that they're concerned about declining the property value.
This proposed says, as part of this, that such tower shall be set back from all tract boundary lines a distance equal to its height and base, et cetera, et cetera. So I would think that what that's saying is that if it falls down, it's gonna fall on the property it's located on.
And the same thing with the wind turbines. Putting them up there, I know a lot of places had issues putting them up and the height and everything, the ordinance says they can't, they don't have that.
I just want to add, Mike, that by far the most phone calls that I get are about, since the redevelopment authority's been so efficient about getting the neighborhoods cleaned up and everybody's making a big effort, that's by far the most calls that I get is of people with junk, what their neighbors are calling junkyards. The problem is that we have one person that calls because he has 2 gas cans and a tire out there, but the next guy has 7 tires, tarps covered up, and he has a junkyard. So I appreciate this and looking forward to getting this passed so we can enforce some of the places that we clearly have issues with the city. How about the, Kevin, the police and non-uniform pension MMO?
Yes, this has to be presented to council before September 30th, so we're presenting you guys tonight. The calculations for the police and non-uniform. The police pension came in at $212,858. That's minus 3 officers, 2 that are paid off, and the 9 that's on the drop program, so that's basically the difference for us this year. And also the non-uniform is at $128,944. So that's also the calculations that we'll be using for the budget for 2016. So, like I said, that will present for September 30th. So we can send these numbers into certain parties, the PMRS, and also to.
Let's see. Okay.
How many, the uniform, how many is there, 8?
Uniform?
Yeah, you said there was
11,
11.
plus the tires.
Well, this is mandated, what'd you say, Kevin, by September?
I have to present to you guys by September 30th, and that's by compliance with the regulations that Attorney General's office.
You're just presenting it to us. and we're not
Right,
voting.
asking to present to you guys by September.
And officially it's in the minutes.
As long as it's in this, so we're in compliance.
You'd be good, thank you.
May I ask a question?
Well, we're heading into discussion right now, and if you just wait, I said that I put Bruce Collier on first, and I asked him to sit down, so. Go ahead, no, this is the beginning of audience comment.
All right, I'd just like to thank all the fire police officers for Riverside. We have someone amongst us that's done a good job. These individuals are sent out there directing traffic. I think they did a heck of a job. And what I'm gonna recommend to city council at this time, since the fire police messed up, I think that member ought to be out in the street next year for 4 hours by himself and see how he does it. Another thing I'm gonna bring up, for him being in charge of streets, why was it so messed up to begin with? This should have never even been this way. If he overseen the job like he's supposed to be doing, we wouldn't have half the problems that we did. And I'd like to give the opportunity to any fire police to speak. I'm done here.
You can have it. I just want to say one thing. Clearly, the Chestnut Street project added to all this disaster.
Yes, it did.
we had this week. Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna jump in here.
Go ahead.
Brad here, who designed the route?
Myself,
And we all thought it was a good route.
correct?
That's what we approved, correct?
No.
Well, we decided we were gonna go there. Because once the PennDOT
That was
changed-
the only way to.
And I'm not throwing Brad under the bus here, but he's the one who picked that route. Just for the general public safety or knowledge here, I'm not gonna go into it too much. But I got some guys here that are past firefighters, under me, the fire chief. I know exactly what you guys went through, okay? When I was a chief, a lot of times the fire cops were forgot about. But, well, you might have been involved, one of you guys. I used to bring you guys food and water afterwards out of my pocket, when you guys were stuck there waiting on maybe AT&T or something like that. So I know exactly what you're going through. Now let me tell you how this led up to. I'm at work all day Friday, my phone's blowing up. Justin, you called me. What did you call me about?
Traffic.
What was the rumor that was going around?
2 weeks ago.
No, you called me about you were
Close the
requiring we were
rivers.
going to close Riverfest down because the traffic was so.
Something like that.
Correct. And I said, absolutely not. Not only did the city clerk's phone blow up Friday, Linda Schlegel Culver's phone blew up Friday. Okay? It was horrible. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to be brutally honest here. But when you have a fire police at second and moment, Mike, Bruce, before we get too far on my little tangent, did you sit down with all your fire police and tell them all the businesses that would be affected by this?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so you were the guy in charge of that? No. Did you say your piece? Let me say mine. Did you tell them there was a transfer station on South 4th Street?
Did anyone
Did you
bother?
tell them?
Did anyone bother you especially? They want to say, hey, here's what's going on. We're going to allow these. Did you allow that? No,
You
you
came
did not.
to 2
So
meetings.
you messed up.
All right.
Dale, I think we're getting way off base.
I just want to let you guys know, I mean, the traffic was sent the wrong way. At second and long, they were directed to Chestnut Street. It's closed. Okay, it was a nightmare. They sent a wide load out Walnut Street when it could have just went one block. It hit a car. Now, the fire police, did you notify the fire department of this function?
Excuse me?
Was the fire department notified that you were going to be directing traffic?
Yes, they knew about it.
Okay, so now when if this truck company doesn't pay their insurance, it's going to fall back on the cities, which is going to fall back on us, so we can be liable at one point, fellas.
Well, Dale, though, the guys did a heck of a job.
I'm not denying it.
We, the city millionaire, working more closely with the police department, making sure these men knew what was going on. We threw them to the wolves, and they got eaten up. Our error. We're sorry.
PennDOT was involved in that also. There were some changes at PennDOT.
What happened, I'll give my 2 cents. I'll take the win, whatever. What happened was, we had the traffic on Front Street coming down to Reagan Street. That was our
Like we always
response.
did.
Right.
That was closed off.
All right. But PennDOT said, no, you're going to send all traffic down Chickaland Avenue before Street. During the day, I was patrolling pretty much the whole day I was outside. I kept coming in and speaking to Terry because we were getting a lot of calls about traffic. In the north end of town, traffic really was not a problem. That's just our normal traffic on a Friday in Susquehanna Valley. It's a mess. That's just typical Sunbury traffic on a Friday. No matter if it would have been any other day, we're probably fine. Friday was backed up on Front Street a little bit, but not really bad. On the south end of town, we had no other choice but to take traffic down 2nd Street. There was absolutely nowhere else to take traffic, none. That's why when we designed it and I sat down and with Terry and got the route, we had them coming down 2nd Street. to Walnut up Fourth. However, did Chestnut Street, like you said, Mayor, did Chestnut Street have an issue with that? Yes, that was a problem, because we could have traffic come all the way up Front Street to Chestnut to get out of town. So the only difference from the last, I don't know how long Riverfest been going on,
26 years.
26 years. The only difference of the two traffic patterns from Riverfest was traffic could not go to Chestnut Street and traffic could not go to Reagan Street. I was on the phone with PennDOT. We had a conference call with Representative Culver. I spoke with the PennDOT representatives. I thought traffic was flowing fine. There was some backup, but not much you're going to do about that when you close down a main thoroughfare. And that's been going on for 26 years. And that was the only two differences for Riverfest, was they couldn't go to Chestnut Street and they couldn't come down to Reagan. Other than that, the fire police did an excellent, exceptional job with what they had. It was hot. They were out there all day long. I mean, I was out riding around my truck all day long, driving by and saying, you guys need anything? They did an excellent job. People were just needing to be patient. Unfortunately, they were not patient that day. Saturday, we had no issues. Saturday was perfect because it's less traffic and people go to work on Fridays. So things pretty much went as expected with the volume of traffic that comes, you're putting that volume of traffic right in the middle of Sunbury. So I think everything went well. It wasn't the best, but people just needed to be patient. It was a day and a half. Friday was backed up, but Saturday was fine. So I think you guys did an excellent job, and I'll commend you for what you did.
Chief,
Yes,
how come North Front Street was blocked off to truck traffic?
that was PennDOT's ruling. They wanted it.
Because Bidwell had to get on Fourth and Packard.
And that's some of the things we're looking at for next year about opening up for local traffic.
Because it was moving off to Reagan Street, and you could turn on Packard, the truck to get down there. They have like 3 lanes to turn on versus
Yeah,
2.
that wasn't us, that was PennDOT.
And they did that like 3 weeks before the River Festival started. Originally, it wasn't going that way, and then they did that 3 weeks before.
And one of the reasons I did not change the pattern Friday afternoon after we were getting all the calls in the afternoon, it was already 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And you guys, if you don't understand traffic patterns, once you change it like that, it becomes more of a nightmare. And I didn't want to cause any issues, or because the traffic was flowing fine. So I just didn't want any of the accidents or anything like that.
I'd like to correct one thing. Traffic was not fine on the north end of town. Oh, it was okay on First Street because nobody was there. But traffic was backed up all the way across the bridge, across the alley, across the other bridge, down, all the way up to the south, bridge on the south end of town. Yeah.
Yeah, but
right
what
in
made
there,
it worse
was-
this year,
but it was-
because they weren't allowed to come down Front Street, the ones that lived, let's say, between Reagan and Shickling Avenue, they had to all walk Shickling Avenue.
Right, so then the traffic was backed all the way up the strip.
And people coming across from Sugar Dam were not patient at all, because there was people that was passing the people that were in line already.
I understand that.
I
But
mean, there
but
was
what I'm saying
almost a
is,
lot of
this
help.
festival's been going on for 26 years, and it's nothing new on those 2 days. It's nothing new.
And these people could control ignorance.
Mr. Henry, first of all, you're dropping the whole issue here. You made all of us, all the fire crews that helped out with that, and they helped out for a purpose, to help the city of Sunbury. You made us all look bad. And you were down, excuse me, I have the floor.
Hey.
You made us all look bad, down there screaming, and I even walked up to you, said, Mr. Henry, just calm down a minute. I wanted to explain to you what this gentleman and I were doing. It was traffic coming up to Walnut Street that was so congested, coming from Market Street to that corner that was congested. We had to get them out. You wanted us to bring traffic from 10th Street, let them make rights. Well, how could we let them make rights when we were leaving the traffic from 2nd to Walnut, make left, to right, go straight? That's what we were watching, the two most congested streets. We're coming from Market on 4th and coming from 2nd to Walnut. Those were our two congested streets. And how dare you yell at me in public?
Mary, let me
How
tell you.
dare you?
First of all, before you guys go back, I was sitting there making a right-hand turn. You left the traffic go south.
Mr. Henry,
You left
Sir,
the traffic go north.
when I
walked
told
up-
you,
No.
when I stopped you,
One at a time.
You walked up the street.
why did I walk up the street, Mr.
Stop
Henry?
that truck, stop that truck.
Why did I walk up the
You come running over
street?
and stop and bring my hands on my truck.
Why did I stop
I
you?
put my window down.
Why did I
You going
stop
yak,
you?
yak, yak, yak at me. And I told you
What did
twice.
I say to you?
I told you twice, get your hands off my truck. I will
You're
leave.
lying. You are lying.
Okay. let's acknowledge one
When
thing.
I walked up that street before, excuse me, was to stop the traffic back far enough that I could get an 18-wheeler around that turn. And I walked up to you and I said, Mr. Henry, why are you so upset? Would you listen to me? I tried to explain to you how many times what we were doing. You could have corrected it. You could have stopped the street. If you don't believe me, if any of you don't believe me, contact the police officer from Northumberland. He was standing right there, listening to everything you were yelling about.
All right, we recognize we had a major issue, we recognize what we're gonna try to do about it. There was a lot of different things involved in it. You know, I don't know the specific thing that you're talking about, but clearly we had, the Chester Street, I still say, is still the bottom line of this thing. Had we had Chester Street open, we wouldn't have had, again, we've done this 25, 26 years.
We all thought we
Thank
were
you for
doing a
your
good
effort.
job. We all thought we were doing a good job until he started yelling at us. Am I upset? Yes. He humiliated us, embarrassed us, every one of us.
And he continues to do so here in front of you. I don't know this gentleman from Adam, okay? I'm the fire police lieutenant from Salinsville, okay? I brought our volunteers over here to try to assist with this. It's a very good function for the city and for a councilman to allow his temper and his opinion to get out of control is absolutely unforgivable. And then to berate the volunteers that are standing out there in 85-degree plus heat. Okay, I didn't see him there. He's, like he said, he's sitting in his air-conditioned truck. Okay, now he sits here in an air-conditioned council meeting, still yelling at the fire police. The problem is that you have a gentleman on your council that has absolutely no respect for his position or the people that he works with. Okay, and I am with Bruce on next year, Friday morning. I want him out there at 8 o'clock in the morning till noon, directing traffic with us to show us how to do it. Or we don't have to be there.
Thank you for your comment. Okay? Audience comment. Slade?
Hi, I'd like to take a minute as co-chairman of the River Festival. I want to thank all the people that came from other areas to help direct traffic that day. It was a nightmare, and we apologize for that. We didn't expect it to be like that. So I'm sorry to all the fire police that had to deal with all the traffic and all the headaches. I apologize to Brad. We didn't know. We tried to make it right. But I also want to thank all the city workers that helped throughout the days. I mean, unfortunately, we didn't have prisoners this year, so we were really tight as far as volunteers for garbage collection and everything else. And between Dale's crew and Jimmy's crew, you know, they did a lot for us, and then driving the police. So I'd like to thank everybody that helped the River Festival, and it was a success this year. It was really nice. We had one of the biggest crowds I think we've ever had. So I want to thank everybody involved, and we appreciate what you did for us. And hopefully next year with Chestnut Street, we'll work at this a little beforehand instead of waiting for the last month or 2 months, whatever it may be. So thank you.
Let me say to you, Slade, because I had it down here at the very end, but I know everybody in your committee isn't here, but clearly, I don't think the average person understands, grasps anywhere close to all the work that's involved in that. So your committee did an excellent job. Everybody was involved. Tell them the council appreciated it. It wasn't a successful one. My only thing is I ended up at a wedding and couldn't see at the Boat Regatta, and that's my favorite thing. So
They missed you this year, by the way.
No weddings next year.
Francis couldn't do near the job you did. He tried, but it wasn't bad. So
But
thank you
seriously,
all.